podcast family. I hope you are all starting off the week in an amazing way with high energy, with a lot of passion, with a lot of purpose, with a lot of, internal crazy energy ready to crush this week because today I am going to share something super powerful with you all. I have an idea of what I'm going to be sharing with you on this episode. However, just to clarify that it is going to be just another episode with yours truly and no guest. And you know what I found? Some of you actually have been enjoying these episodes without a guest, where I have just been sharing my own personal journey, stories, mindsets, and just kind of my growth journey with you all. A lot of you guys actually message me saying that you've got a lot of value from these messages, from these episodes that I've been doing alone, which is super cool. That just goes to show that a lot of the loyal listeners and watchers on YouTube have really been following along my journey and like kind of getting a lot of value. And I'm super grateful for all of you, for all the comments that you leave on YouTube and the DMs that I get on Instagram. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I just want to start off by saying that, as always, because honestly it means a lot to me. You have no idea how. Can you just imagine, just for a second, let's take it back a little bit, where over 6 years ago I was super shy. I couldn't speak to women. I had 8 friends. I played Call of Duty. I went to work. I came back home, and that's all I did. Just to remind some of you, if you didn't already know, and for the new listeners, that was what I was doing over 6 years ago. Super shy, 8 friends, couldn't speak to women, played Call of Duty every single day, ate, slept, and repeated the same thing every day. And I know some of you have heard that like hundreds of times now, but I just want to remind you that anybody, if I can do it, all of you can do it. And I honestly, that's just a saying and a, kind of a facade that everybody puts on, right? But it's true. And I promise you, from my own life, from my own journey, from my own energy right now, I'm telling you right now, whether you're listening to me or you're watching me here on YouTube, I am just being super open and just transparent with you that if somebody like me, from coming from that kind of a mindset, coming from that kind of a lifestyle to now, can do it, can become this confident, can take more action in my life, can talk to women now, can overcome those fears, can overcome those barriers, can overcome all the hardships and challenges that came along this journey in the last 6 years. If I can do it, I promise you guys, you all can do it. And I honestly mean it. All it takes is a little bit of resilience, a little bit of your seriousness, and just a decision within that you make where you just tell yourself that I'm going to do it. I can do it and I am going to do it. And then you take action, because most people, or most of you, you love to talk. You love to message your friends. You love to have conversations about your dreams and what your career looks like and where you want to be in the future. But you never take action, or you take action for a temporary amount of time and then results don't come fast as you want it, so you just give up. I'm telling you guys, don't give up. You cannot give up. If I gave up in the first year when I had the most challenges, then I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be making the inspirational messages that you see on Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn. If I wouldn't be making the YouTube videos, I wouldn't have a podcast. Can you imagine a shy guy on the podcast like, hey guys, hey, this is the Purposeful Mindset podcast, and today's guest is uh, can you imagine that? Like, that would just sound so silly. You guys will turn off, you guys will tune off, you guys will not ever follow someone like that again. You guys will be like, this guy has no energy. I'm here to take his energy and he's sucking mine away. Okay, so if I didn't go through what I have been through, then you wouldn't have been getting the value that you get from all my content that you guys see or listen to through my podcast. So let's get straight into the episode. I want to just speak from the bottom of my heart directly to you all. I don't have any agendas. I just have one idea of what I really want to share with you, because I've never ever shared something. Actually, I've never shared this little story that I want to share with you of in something that happened to me in my life. I've never ever shared it with anyone publicly. Like I've genuinely have not ever shared this story publicly. So you guys ready? You better be ready, because I'm going to be really getting into some of your heads right now. I'm going to be really showing you and really getting you to understand my mindset on a much deeper level, and why I do what I do with so much passion and energy and craziness every day, and why I never give up, and why I'm super resilient, and all the mental toughness that I have. So I want to start by taking you guys along this journey, and I'm going to say this was about I'm going to say 3 years ago, about halfway in my kind of personal growth and kind of business journey. I want to share this story with you all, and I want to kind of give you a lesson from the story, obviously. So let's go. So what basically happened was, as some of you guys know, my whole journey, just to kind of take it back for those new people, as some of you guys know, my whole kind of personal growth mind shift kind of happened when I joined a network marketing company over 6 years ago. And that's where I was introduced to the whole concept of mindset, personal growth, events, meeting like-minded people, mentorship, coaching, just all of these kind of things. For the first time in my life, I was introduced to this whole kind of massive kind of lifestyle, and this amazing lifestyle. See, I was watching live people have this lifestyle, and I was like, I want that life. And they were sharing their dreams and their passions and their purpose, and I was like, I want to do something big like that one day. And actually, I still remember sitting on that seat when I went to the first event ever, and I heard a guy on the stage, and I was like, if that guy can do that, I'm like, my English is better than his. Like, this was me in my head. I was like, that my English is better than his. Like, I was born and raised here in London in the UK. He came from another country, and he lived in London. But I was like, I was born and raised here, so surely I have so much more advantage than him, because like I'm in a way, you can say, in the more formal education kind of lifestyle of things. Like, I was born and raised in one of the best countries in the world, if you want to put it that way, in London, one of the biggest cities in the world, one of the best places that people love to come and people always dream to come. And I was from here, and I heard that guy talk on the stage, and I was like, I can do that. I can do what he's doing right now. One day I want to be on the stage like that. And then I visualized it, and I worked hard. And obviously, as you guys know, this year in 2020, I gave my first TEDx talk. And then prior to that, I gave so many other, I ran my own events just before coronavirus. I was getting myself involved in so many other events last year in 2019, where the whole year I was basically Speaker Sadiq, and I was just building a brand around Speaker. And until I shifted that again in 2020 and decided to go down the more business coach route. And so, I apologize, my sneeze was coming. um and so I want to take you now to this. So I want you guys to imagine that, and then I want to bring you back now to the present, um where I was sharing with you the story of over 3 years ago, where I was basically so hungry, not hungry for chicken, not hungry for vegan food, not hungry for food, not that type of hungry. I was hungry mentally. Like, I was so hungry for my purpose, for my dreams, for my passion. And I was so hungry for life, to improve my life, to become confident, to be able to speak to everyone, men, women, dogs, animals, everything, to be able to become this confident and help people in the world and inspire them and uplift them and show them that it's possible, that the impossible can be made possible only if you believe it. And so there was this one stage. So, as I was doing the online business, my whole role was to go out and prospect people, meaning my whole kind of journey was basically building relationships, making them friends, and then asking them if they're open to an opportunity. Put it that way. That was a 3-step process: build relationships, make them like your friend in a way where they trust and like you, and then or ask them, are they open for an opportunity? That's it. And guys, I'm not joking. Like, after the first year of me doing that business, I obviously became a lot more confident, because I was reading those books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and then 6 other books that the company gave me at the time, where I read all of those, all related to business and mindset. So they were all helpful to me. And I read those books. Like, those were the first books that I actually read until I stopped reading completely. And as you guys know now, I'm a visual learner. So I love learning from videos and from following people that inspire me and uplift me. And so I was so hungry. I was so passionately just crazy to just like achieve something big in this business. And most of the people that I spoke to who knew me, my friends, my family, and kind of acquaintances, most people said no. Like, meaning they don't want to support me, they don't want to buy a product from my company, they don't want to, they think that what I'm doing is a scam, they think that what I'm doing doesn't work, they think that what I'm doing isn't going to make me successful, they think it's a waste of time. I've heard it all. You don't have time for this, Sadiq. You're just wasting your time. You're wasting your money. Or you're never gonna make it. It's too risky. I heard all the objections you can possibly get. Okay, and so I decided to go into something called the cold market, where basically the cold market in a, let's say, in a sales or in any kind of sales or in any kind of business, the cold prospects are the people who are basically strangers to you that you don't know. And so the guys, this is what I did, and I kid you not, I've honestly, as I said, I've never ever shared this publicly before, but this is how crazy I was to make something big happen in my life and to become really good at mastering something, which is why a lot of you guys who know me know that I'm really good at building relationships. You know that I can speak to any stranger with no hesitation, and this is why. So, in the UK, we have two humongous um, retail shopping centers, right, called Westfield. Okay, for those of you guys who live in London and the UK, you know what this is. It's Westfields, where basically the two biggest shopping centers. Put it that way, massive. Okay, there's one in Shepherd's Bush and there's one in Stratford. And Stratford is pretty much where I live, very close by to my house. Actually, this shopping center. So what I did, I went to work because remember I still work 9 to 5 in the bank. So I went to work every day, 9 to 5 in the bank. I came home, I ate something very quick. I put on like really nice clothes, and I mean like, a shirt and a trouser and a blazer. Like I never wear ties because I just hate ties. I've never liked them. So I've always wear very smart clothes basically. So I put on like sometimes it's smart casual and sometimes it's very like smart. Most of the time I was always smart casual, where it's like, those people that dress up like they own a boat. That was pretty much me. So I used to always wear this, one of my favorite beige jackets, which was like and it had a little sticker, like a little pin on the top pocket that said yacht owner. And so I used to love wearing that because it kind of visualized me like one day I might own a yacht. Anyways, I'm going off topic here, but so this is what happened. So I came home, I ate something, I dressed up, and then I went out. And I used to have my little folder with me that had like, my iPad in it because I used to show people the presentation on my iPad. And so I went out to Westfield, and this is what I did, guys. I honestly, and I'm not joking you, I mean, not kind of exaggerating this, I'm not making it up. I honestly went like right to the top floor, right to the first shop on the top floor, and I just basically took a deep breath in. I took a deep breath, and then I started walking into not all of the shops, but almost every single shop that was in front of me. I walked in there purposely, and I basically started a random conversation with either the employee in there. Most of the time, it was the employees in there. Whether it was someone at the till, where I went and just pretended to ask them a question about something, the size of something that I needed, or a question in general to see if they were kind of open to just have a chat with me, basically. And so I went into so many of these shops, guys, and I honestly, my only intention was I want to make someone in this shop like me really quick. So like my enthusiasm, like my confidence very fast. And I basically, my whole aim was, it was basically like in my mind was a numbers game. I need to speak to X amount of people and ask this one question to X amount of people to get me like a response, whether they are open to this opportunity, whether they're open to give me their email address or their phone number or their social media account, so I can get back in touch with them and follow up and basically speak to them about this opportunity. Okay, that's how hungry I was. I was so passionate about what I was doing, and I believed in it so much that I knew that I can change everybody's life. Like I genuinely knew if somebody met Sadiq and I showed this opportunity and you say yes and you come and do this with me, I'm going to change your life. Pretty much like how now, being a coach in my coaching business, how I know that every client that comes into my life, I'm going to change their life. And I'm saying that with so much confidence. Like if, as long as they take action, their life's going to change. If they don't take action, it's not my fault. Because as a coach, we're there to guide and mentor people and to hold them accountable to what they say they want to achieve. And if they don't do it, if they don't take action and they're too comfortable and they're too lazy, that's on them, because we can't force anybody to do anything. And so we can only do our part and everyone else has to do their part. Anyways, I knew that I can change people's life. So I went into every guys, just just take a step back. How confident are you guys? Would any of you watching or listening to this right now go into random shops in Westfield like that and just spark a conversation with someone that works there, random conversation, and at the end of the conversation, you just ask them, "Hey, you seem like a really open-minded person. Like, just curious, like, why do you work here? Like, what's your plans? Like, are you studying? Do you want to work somewhere else? Like, what's your plans? I'm just curious to know because you seem like a very open-minded person." And I used to use these psychological terminologies and these little open-ended questions, as they're called. I used to use this kind of. I guess it also falls into neuro-linguistic programming, which a lot of people educate me on these days. Uh, and basically it was asking people and psychologically making them feel like I'm someone that can be trusted, and I'm very confident, and I'm very open. And so I went into all these shops and I was asking people, having a conversation with them, and I basically at the end of the conversation I should just ask them, "Hey, you seem like a really open-minded person. I mean, I'm not sure if what I'm about to say is going to be for you or not, but hey, do you ever keep your options open when it comes to making more money or when it comes to other opportunities in your life?" And they always, obviously, the response I used to always get is, "What do you mean? What is it? Yes, we're open to, like, making more money and opportunity, but like, what is it? Like, could you tell me more?" And then I used to basically do exactly what one of my mentors taught me. And by the way, this whole process I'm showing you and I'm sharing with you right now, as I said, I've never shared it publicly anywhere before, but I use it every single day. I've just never, through my content, I've never shared it before. I just don't know why. I guess it just didn't make sense to share it in my content because I wasn't kind of sharing business or sales related content. But I do talk about it when I do live events and like other types of events when people ask me, and people have seen me live do this anyways. But anyways, let me get back to the point. I started using these conversations to get strangers to become my friends and take those friends to show them a business opportunity that could have changed their life. And obviously, as a cold prospect, as a stranger, if you don't build enough rapport and relationship and trust with that person, then they're not going to be very keen or open to do anything with you, because they'll be like, "Who the hell are you? Like, I just met you 2 days ago." Right? So I basically very quickly became very good at building relationships with people very fast, getting people to trust me very fast, and all genuinely. It was, yes, I was using these psychological terminologies, but at the end of the day, when I got them on a table, when I got them to meet me for coffee, to share this opportunity with them, I never once wanted people's money. I never once sold anything to people. I was, if anything, I was selling a dream to them. I was selling my vision to them. I was just sharing with them, this is what I'm doing, and this is where I'm going. And if you want to come with me, I would love to help you, and I want you to be part of my journey. But if not, no big deal. Totally cool. It's okay. And me doing that, can you imagine going through almost every single shop in Westfield, trying to get like people's numbers or their email addresses or their social media accounts and be like, "Hey, I know you're busy at work right now, so I'm not going to tell you much about it right now, but if you're open to it, I'm definitely, I promise you that I will follow up with you tomorrow." And it's all these little words. I'm just curious to know, you seem like a very open-minded person. Are you open? Never say interested, always say open. If any of you guys are listening right now and you're in some kind of in a job or in business or in sales, I want you to never ever from today use the word interested. I want you to from today start using the word open. So instead of saying to someone, "Are you interested in an opportunity? Are you interested in this new business venture that I'm doing?" They're going to say no, because people are busy and they're not interested in any of your stuff because they know that you're going to try to sell them something. However, if you say to them, "Are you open to a business venture? Are you open to an opportunity? Are you open to make more money or to another opportunity in your life?" They're going to be like, "Yeah, I'm open. Like, what is it?" Because most people, think about it, you would never say no, "I'm not open to an opportunity," but you will easily, very very easily say, "No, I'm not interested in an opportunity. I'm not interested to make more money." Like, yeah, like, get away from me. You see them sound very dodgy and scammy. But they will always say, "Of course I'm open. Like, I'm not open to an opportunity. I don't want to be a closed person," right? You see the little shift there? That's all psychology. Like, that's just a little psychology lesson I'm giving you today on the podcast. But I really hope that this kind of story, in a nutshell, when I finish off by the end of the this episode, I hope that it brings some value to at least some of you, because I know a lot of you guys are going in this journey, are going towards your dreams, are going towards your purpose, your business, your ventures, your life goals. Call it whatever you want. At one point, I promise you, you're gonna need these skills, and I'm telling you this so openly, because whether it's university, college, school, your workplace, in your career, in your business, it doesn't matter. You're gonna need these skills I'm teaching you. You're gonna need it somewhere in your life. I can promise you that. Because when I over 6 years ago, when I wasn't very confident like how I am now, I would have never imagined me knowing these skills. But now that I know these skills, I've got people to help me do my website. I got people to help me, build me cartoons and logos. I've got people that have helped me like just gain so much trust and credibility from just being so genuine, just being me. Like, I don't need to fake it till I make it. I never did that. I always had the intention that I want to help people, and I've never ever cared about the money. I always did it because I genuinely from the bottom of my heart, the person sitting opposite me, or the guy or the girl that I had on the phone, I wanted to change their life. And I was like, you can either feel my passion and come with me, or just go out of my way, because I'm going to the top. I'm building the biggest building in town, as Gary Vee always says. You can either go and tear down other people's buildings and complain and make excuses in your life, or you can just stay focused on your lane and hustle and grind and build the biggest building in town. And that's what I am heading to do right now. I am just hustling and working towards my goals, my dreams. And yes, it's taking way longer than I thought it's going to take, but that's part of the process. It's part of the journey. You got to live to learn. In life, we are living right now to learn through everything that we're doing right now. And if you're not learning, then you're not growing. And if you're not growing, then you're not changing. If you're not changing, then nothing changes in your life. It's as simple as that. I did a TEDx called Consistently Taking Action for a reason, because I have been for the past 6 years always learning, growing, surrounding myself with positive energy, positive people, getting rid of the noise and the negativity and all the negative energies from my life. Hence why I'm able to stay as positive as I can. Remember, I'm still human, so I'm not 100% positive every single day or 24 hours in the day. We're all human. We have our moments. We have our times when we're just not bothered to do anything and we just want to chill, right? But anyways, to kind of wrap up the story, I basically went from not knowing many people in my life to making everybody my friend, to getting super confident that I'm able to speak to any stranger or anyone in the world without caring about the judgment or what they're kind of thinking about me or anything like that. I can just spark a conversation with a stranger, get them to know, like, and trust me very fast, for me to either help them, offer them something, or just be of service, just because out of pure kindness, just want to help people. And I learned that through some amazing online mentors that I had at the time in that business, in that industry. And this is why I'm so grateful for my journey and for where I am right now. And I wanted to share that with you all because I had obviously no guest this week, and I wanted to share something very unique and different that none of you guys have ever heard from my journey before. And this is something that, as I said, I've never shared it publicly ever before. This is the first time I shared this little story of me, and the whole story, the whole kind of in a nutshell, is basically resilience. It's basically perseverance. That's what it is: resilience and perseverance. I was so resilient and I was so hungry for my dreams that I was willing to come. Like, can you imagine? I was so willing to come out of my comfort zone. I was so willing to just break free out of this comfortable comfort zone. This chair, that bed, that sofa that you guys sit on, that amazing chair in your room that's so comfortable that gives you a massage, like all of that BS. Sorry for my language, but I'm just getting super passionate right now. But for all of those people who are sitting on your ass right now, you need to get off. You need to literally leap off that seat or that bed or wherever you are right now. And you need to start taking more action in your life. Because if you don't at least take one action step towards your goals or your targets or your dreams, then guys, nothing's going to change. Your life is going to change. It's going to stay the same. And 30 years from now, you're going to say to yourself, oh, I wish I just took action. I wish I did that. I wish, I wish, I wish. And those words, those two phrases, I wish, is going to keep coming into your vocabulary because you never took action the whole of your life and you left it too late, and you're going to have regrets where you're just going to be like, I wish I did that. I wish I went there. I wish I traveled more. I wish I spent more money. I wish I helped more people. I wish I did more charity. Hey, guess what? You have time right now. You have the ability. You're healthy. You have time right now to go and take action. You have time to go and make big things happen. Why are you stopping yourself? Why are you slowing down? Why are you letting other people's stupid judgment? Why are you letting that get to you? You just find something that you love and you start taking action towards it every day. And every single negative person and energy and word and anything that comes towards you that's negative, and every challenge and obstacle that comes, you break through it and you go straight through it, or you go around it, or you jump over it, or you go under it, or you do something to overcome that challenge, because you're stronger than that. You're stronger than what most people are telling you right now. You're stronger than what you are telling yourself right now, because most of you have a self-love problem. Most of you don't love yourself enough to go and do something that you love in your life because you're too worried about your spot on the face, or you don't have makeup, or your hair's messy, or your nails not done, or your t-shirt is too old and you need to invest in a new one, or your beard is not trimmed, or most of you just make too many excuses and you just complain and you complain and you gossip and you complain and you gossip and nothing changes, and then you just wonder why nothing's happening in my life. Well, nothing's gonna happen if you're gonna stay the same. The people that stay the same stay the same. It's as simple as that. If you stay the same and you're not willing to change, your life stays the same. Simple as that. Let that sink in. If you don't decide to change and come out of your comfort zone, you're going to stay in the same place in life. The end. Full stop. Nothing's going to change. So, honestly, guys, I want all of you guys to change. I put so much effort and passion and love and craziness for you, just bang, like I always make those videos on TikTok, like Shazam, take my energy and go and do something amazing today. Do something amazing this week. If you're listening right now, you're watching me here on YouTube, I love you and I know you can do it. And I believe in you. And I know that you have the ability to kill that inner demon and that inner voice to go and do something epic and amazing in your life. You all have it in you. Should I tell you why? Because if I can do it, you all can do it. If I came from super shy to super confident, you can also change from super shy to super confident. If you don't have the psychology skills that I have, you can learn the psychology skills that I learned. I never had those skills. I learned those skills. I wasn't born with confidence. I learned confidence. I wasn't born with this mindset of positivity. I went and I learned how to become more positive. You get my point? You got to take action and you got to be willing to learn and change and grow if you want things in your life to change in a positive way. So again, very quickly in a nutshell, I went from speaking to strangers to making them my friends to building really, really good connections with people. And then basically the numbers just kept coming in and I was speaking to strangers and I had strangers join my team at the time. And people were all like telling me, how are you getting people online? I was so good at psychology, and basically even right now, like for those of you guys that are listening, even right now, I can build a relationship with someone and get someone to trust me over social media in about 3 to 5 messages. I'm going to say around 3 to 5 messages after those first initial conversation that we have. Around 3 to 5 messages after that, I can get someone to either like me, get to know me a little bit more, and definitely like have that little bit of trust and that good positive energy towards me. I've never had anyone say, your energy sucks, I don't want to speak to you. I've never had anyone, have a conversation with me and suddenly just ignore me for the next 50 years. Not 50 years, obviously. You get the point. But, I just became really good at building relationships because I knew what to say on text messages and then offline as well. Guess what? I didn't know those skills. I learned psychology. I learned human behavior. By the way, I'm also an empath, which is a natural gift and talent that I have that I'm super grateful for. So I already have my intuition is super strong. So whether you're on a message with me or you're in real life, I have a very good feeling about people and I have a very negative and bad feeling towards others who I know are a little bit dodgy, or I don't really want to stay around that energy, you know. So I'm an empath, meaning I can feel people's energy, and I know I can almost feel the pain or the suffering or what they're going through in their life, and I genuinely have a lot of empathy for people. But I never let their empathy affect my life. I just have it for them, and I feel it. I feel what they feel, but I would never let that feeling affect my life, if that makes sense. I just want to help a lot of people, and I just have that natural gift. But anyways, this episode is getting too long now, and I just wanted to add as much value as I can. So as I said, I hope that what I shared in this episode has brought some kind of value into your life. If it has, I honestly want you to come and DM me on Instagram. I want you to shoot me a message. If you're listening or you're watching this, I want you to come and communicate more. Now, I want you guys to come and comment on the post that I share, or on a LinkedIn post, or on a Twitter, or on TikTok, or on Instagram, or wherever you guys are. Come and show some love. You know, I'm always there, open. I always tell you guys, don't ever come and say hello, hi, I want to ask you a question. Like, don't be like that person, because those people don't get response. You get deleted. Always start, and here we go. We're going to end the episode with some psychology from me that you guys can all go and implement if you want to build more relationships. This is how you start a conversation with anybody. You always start with a compliment, and then you ask a question, an open-ended question. For example, you say, hey, Sadiq, I really love all your TikTok videos. They've been helping me keep inspired and motivated every day, because I've been feeling really down lately, and your videos have helped me so much. So I just want to say thank you so much for all the content that you put out. That's a compliment. It doesn't have to be that long. You get the point. It has to be like a short compliment to the point. Then you put a space, and in the second paragraph, not all together, in the second paragraph separately, you say, I'm just curious, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts around this? What did you do when you were going through this? How did you become confident through your, shy journey? Basically asking me an open-ended question where, when I see that, I may take some time to respond to it, because you know that you've hit me. You know that you basically fed me something by giving me a compliment, and then I got your attention now, because I'm like, oh, I like this person. They've been getting a lot of value from my stuff. That's super cool. And then you've asked me a question. So I'm like, yeah, I don't mind answering this question. Boom, 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 and I share, and I answer a question. Or sometimes I send a voice note to you guys, or sometimes I even video message some of you, and some of you guys get shocked. And I love it. Like, I want to connect, and I want to engage with you all, and I want you all to, basically come and communicate and engage more. And if you want to build relationship with someone like me or anybody like that online, then that's how you're going to do it. You don't say hi, hello. You do a compliment and then an open-ended question. So I hope something in this episode has helped all of you guys out. I promise you all that next week, hopefully next week, I will have a guest that's going to share their top 5 life lessons with you all. Until then, I hope that you guys all are getting value from my content. I love you all. You can do this. I believe in every single one of you. Don't ever give up. Don't ever think you're not good enough. Don't ever think that you cannot do this, because you can. And I'm telling you that straight up right now, you can. Okay? Let's end it there. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, if you are on YouTube, then leave a comment in the description so I can come and respond to that, because I respond to all the comments on YouTube, because obviously there's not that many people there checking my stuff out. So if you are there, check it out. If you're not, and you're listening to this on the podcast, then I want you to also go into my YouTube video and just leave a comment saying you listened to the podcast, this is what you learn, or this is what you want to ask me, or whatever. And I hope you guys have an amazing week. Go and crush it. Stay safe. Stay amazing. God bless. I love you all. Take care. I will see you all next week. Let's go.